Israel pauses attacks in parts of Gaza to allow limited aid, as global criticism grows. July 24, 2025, Jerusalem, Gaza City. Israel temporarily paused military operations in select areas of the Gaza Strip on Sunday to allow limited humanitarian aid deliveries. Amid mounting global criticism over the worsening humanitarian crisis and the high civilian death toll. According to Israeli officials, the partial pause, described as a tactical humanitarian window, was implemented in several population centers throughout central and northern Gaza. The goal, they said, is to facilitate the movement of aid convoys and allow civilians to access food, water, and medical assistance. However, the pause is limited in both scope and duration, with operations expected to resume in most areas by nightfall. Aid under fire. The humanitarian window comes amid intensifying international outcry. Images of starving children, collapsed hospitals, and long queues for food have circulated widely, drawing condemnation from the United Nations, international NGOs, and foreign governments. This level of suffering is unconscionable, said UN Humanitarian Coordinator Martin Griffiths. Pauses are not enough. What's needed is sustained humanitarian access and a comprehensive ceasefire. The World Food Programme (WFP) estimates that over 85% of Gaza's population is facing severe food insecurity. Hospitals are running out of basic supplies, and humanitarian agencies warn of a looming famine unless aid deliveries increase significantly and become consistent. International pressure mounts. The decision to temporarily ease the offensive follows weeks of growing diplomatic pressure on Israel. The United States, European Union, and several Arab states have repeatedly urged Israel to do more to protect civilians and allow full humanitarian access. In Washington, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken reiterated the call for immediate and hindered humanitarian assistance and said the U.S. is pressing Israel to ensure more predictable aid access and reduce harm to civilians. Meanwhile, protests have erupted in several world capitals demanding an end to the war and greater international intervention. Limited aid. Lingering doubts. Despite the pause, aid agencies remain skeptical. The limited duration and uncertain security conditions have raised concerns about whether meaningful relief can be delivered. Short pauses are not a solution, said Jen Egeland, Secretary General of the Norwegian Refugee Council. They may help a few trucks get through, but they don't address the underlying humanitarian catastrophe or protect aid workers and civilians long term. According to the UN, only a fraction of the aid needed is reaching Gaza. Convoys often face delays, security risks, and logistical challenges at border crossings. Several aid groups have suspended operations due to unsafe conditions.